Alright everyone, hello to all the parts of the world that can be seen. You know how this thing is nowadays with YouTube and all that thing. Now, for my resource that I chose a song. Chose a song that talks about green bottles. It's normally for preps and all that. But if you can change this and adapt it to all different types of primary levels and at all stages of learning. So what I thought is that I could tell you how to play it, and then I'll give you another option if you don't want to play guitar or you find this a bit too difficult. Now the song has three main chords, which is the chord D, which I am showing you right now, right here. That's it. So this finger goes here, this other finger goes here, and this finger, I'm not pointing at you, it's on the first string. Now the first string is the one at the bottom, right? Second fret, like this. Now the second chord is this one. And I am not really going to explain how to play all these. This is the third chord, by the way. So this and this are the two, alright? So I am attaching to the handsheet chord grid and some explanation of how to play it in the keyboard as well. Now this song is I think it's pretty known. We have a relative of this one in Spanish. We just talk about 10 cats and you have to throw a shoe to the cat and then the cat just goes away. So this is how it goes. 10 green bottles hanging on the wall, 10 green bottles hanging on the wall, and if one little bottle accidentally falls, there'll be one little bottle hanging on the wall. Now you can change all these and do a couple more complicated subtractions, like 132 bottles hanging on the wall, and it's 73 bottles accidentally fall. And then I normally, when I do this with all the kids, because I've already done it by the way, I normally start tapping the guitar like this, simulating the sound of the drums. And we have to divide the group in halves for doing this. Normally you have to do a formative assessment, a for assessment, just before you start your lesson, to know how good are your kids first, and then you divide them. So so you've got a couple of teams with the good ones on each one of the teams, if there is any, of course. You might have a classroom which they're all really, you know, not very skilled in this, and you get them to choose the answer. And since you already sung it to them a couple of times, let's say the answer was 32. Johnny, 32. There'll be 32 bottles hanging on the wall. Dig it? Now, since I know that that there's a couple of schools that do not have access to a guitar, and but I'm gonna show you how to play it in the keyboard as well, because most of the schools have a keyboard instead of the guitar. But I chose to show it to you in the guitar because this is a very popular instrument, and when you've got, with all the kids, when you've got some guitar skills, they love it when you celebrate that they have a good answer, a correct answer with that song Johnny Be Good. All of that. I mean, well, I didn't really play it that well, but anyway, kids love it, especially the boys. They're just gonna jump and dance all over the place and stuff. So now I'm gonna show you how to do it in the keyboard as well. Alright. Now, here is the first note for D. The chord D has 3 notes. This is the first one, which is D. You have to if you're not very skilled, you have to look that there are groups of 3, like these ones, and there are groups of 2 black notes separated in between them. Alright? So in between the groups of 2 black notes, there's your D. Then this one and this one. The first one of the 3 black key group, and the white key between the second and third. That's the first chord, D. The second chord, pay attention, this one. And then the third chord is D, G, B. Alright? So you can always implement this in your classroom at any stage. And yeah, man, so good luck, bro, on implementing this. Make sure you really do not underestimate your abilities, but do not underestimate the song either. Okay, if you're not a musician, you will have to put a couple of weeks of work onto this at least to get the chords going from one to another. And well, I suppose, you know, if you want to implement this and if you're not a musician, well, it's really not much of a big deal. It's really very easy, guys. Don't get scared about these sorts of things. So if you want to try it, I think kids just totally love to have these kind of contests and things like that in competition. The spirit of competition is always around. So if you got these going in your classrooms, it'll be very enhancing for the children. And that's it, I suppose. If you have any questions, you can ask me or Janine.